Hello and welcome to another tutorial here. As you know, in the last couple of tutorials we've been making the header and all the different elements on the page. I hope you've been enjoying it so far, and this is the actual Apple website, so it really does look kind of similar. We've done a pretty good job, and thank you for joining me and helping me along the way. I'm sure your thoughts have been with me. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to add a different section at the bottom of the page. Now there's nothing like that on on here, but we're going to go in. And what I found with Apple, on the Apple website, I typed in Apple resources and you can download some Photoshop files for the iPhone or the Mac or things like that. So we're going to try some little things out here. So I'm going to open up Photoshop. So I've got Photoshop here. And in here you can see that I've got a MacBook here with some image, with an image. Now we can go in and add our own image or different things like that. We've got the touch bar here if you wanted the touch bar, but we could make it black, or we've got the display. And I've loaded in an image already, but I want to change that image, so I'm going to click in here and you can see that I've got that image there. We're going to delete that. And we're going to add our own image in. So I use a website called Unsplash, and in there you can download anything. They've got beautiful images. There's lots of people around the world that upload images. Now, nice Surface Go, nice kittens, cats, and the new, someone's got the new iMac there. As you can see that we've got the keyboard there. So maybe we want to display an iMac on picture, an iMac picture on a on the MacBook picture. Where's the MacBook? Just here. So that would be pretty cool how to do that. So that's a nice image. I like this one. I'm going to go in and download. So I'm going to click large, download, allow it. So that's now downloaded to my downloads folder. And then if I go into Photoshop, we can then click and drag that file into here. So drag that in. Where do I want it? I want it in this one. Drag it into there. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Oh dear, it's gone away. Click there and click and drag and make it right. So it's centered there. And then we're going to press OK and then Command S for save, or Control S if you're on Windows, or you could do File and then Save. Head back. There we go. We've got a nice image there. So I'm going to export this image. So I'm going to go to File, Export, Export as PNG. And then now I'm going to, because I'm exporting it as a PNG, we're not going to have the background. So in here, I can then come down. I can go to my Apple folder, save, come out of there. Right. So now I'm in HeroSpace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, add a new section. But actually, whoa, let's hold on. Let's click that section there. So then I'm going to add my image to here. Okay, so now I've got my Apple folder open with my touch bar image, which is just here. I'm going to click and drag that into there. Now, just a little bit about media management. Make sure that you do make sure that you've got your text in all the right places for your SEO, for your search engine optimization. So now I've got that image that's located in. I'm going to copy some of this text, so I'm going to right click, paste that into there, and then maybe I want to go, actually I'm going to copy the whole of that. So copy and paste, but then now I don't want the that text at the top. And then we're going to go in and we're going to make the background a different color. But before I do that, I'm going to add some padding. So I'm going to go 50 and then 50 at the bottom. Style, let's go gradient, because let's switch it up a little bit now. So I'm going to select a nice blue. Here we go. And then I'm going to go with a different type of blue. So like that there, that's nice. I like that. So could we go 90? Yeah, so we can go from one side to the next. That's pretty cool, huh? I like how it all stands out. Apple have definitely chosen the right images, the right pictures. So with this, if we center that, with what we can do with this, I'm going to get some actually I'm going to just duplicate that text, and I'm going to go to the Apple website, click on Mac and go to MacBook Pro. Actually it's not a MacBook Pro, is it? It doesn't really matter, does it? So here we go. So let's just select some of that text, then in here paste that text in there. I'm just going to customize it a little bit more. Delete that element, delete that element. Yes, look at that, that looks pretty cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a card. Should I make a card? I think I might make a card. So what a card is, let me show you what a card is. So if we add a background to be white, or their type of grey, add some padding, for example 25, and then for the border radius, so border radius is going to be 8, and what that's going to do is it's going to make it round around the edges. We're going to click our text, go to type, and then put in here dark type, same thing again, dark type. Same thing on this one. I know it's a long-winded process, but then under here, then what we can do is, you see this blue that we've got here, we can use our color picker, select the blue that it is, or we can just right click, edit, select the code that we've got there, and then around this box that we've selected, to have that border. Okay, we've not done it around there, we've done it around here. We can actually make a border shadow, so then we can put that colour into there, and we should be able to make it so, for example, if I just try the white, you see how that's overlaying. So if I just did 0, and then on the next I did 15 or 5, add a bit of the blur, it just makes it, you know, stand out a little bit more. But then if I put that colour back, then now it's just making it stand out just that little bit more. And then in here, I'm just going to make that center, put that to the middle, and then what we can do is actually, you know, we could make this smaller if we wanted to. So we could select the width of the MacBook, and you can see how it's like aligning to the top. That's because we need to click on this element again and then make it centered horizontally and then vertically. But I'm going to show you one a nice little cool trick of what we can do with this. So what we can do is, I need to make sure that's there. Has this got any padding on it? It does. It's got some margin. Okay, so we've got that there. What I want to do is I want to make my card 3D. So in advanced, I can go to motion effects, scrolling effects, and then I can make, where was it? I'm just looking around. Mouse effects, there we go. Mouse track, or 3D tilt. So we can 3D tilt it, probably to there, so it's very minimal. You only just notice it. But then also on the scroll, what I want it to do is when we scroll down, I want it to come into view, I'm going to click on this top header here, and I'm going to make it hidden. So overflow hidden. What that's going to do is if any items go out of this section, what it's going to do is it's going to make them hidden. Otherwise, if it wasn't hidden, they would overflow these other elements. So I'm going to click this element now. Now I've made that to overflow hidden. Edit the image, click here, and then I want to go to animations and different things that we can do like this, or we could click motion effects, scrolling effects, vertical scroll. So then when we scroll, we can make it so we can scroll down. So for some reason the overflow isn't working. There we go. It's just because we were in testing purposes. So what I need to do is then just add, I'm just going to add a section here with a spacer, just so we can get to view what we're actually seeing here. So when someone scrolls down, you can see how that's coming in, but then also when I move my cursor around, my pointer, you can see that the card is actually moving as well, and that's going to continue to come down. And if we wanted to, I'm actually going to carry on the tutorial here. So I'm just going to go to Apple Resources again. So I think I just typed Apple Resources. And then Apple Design Resources just here. And then I think, where did I find it? Apple Product Images. And then we did have a section in here where we were able to... Oh, come on. Why are you going so slow? There was a section where we were able to... So then, now we've had an iPad, I'm going to maybe go for some AirPods on this one. So we've got some nice little cool images. So we've got some AirPods there. This is a nice picture. I like that. I think that's going to work really well. So I'm going to download that. That's gone to there. And I've got my downloads here, so I can find my product images. And I've got my iPhone 12. So I'm going to click here. I agree. That's downloading. So then now what I'm going to do is open that up in Photoshop. Alrighty then, so I've got my iPhone and I've got my image. So I'm just going to drop my image into here, and we're going to make that a little bit bigger. I've scaled that totally wrong. So I'm going to go in again and drop that down onto this iPhone. There we go. Somewhere around there. That looks pretty cool. Press OK, and I'm going to drop that into here so we've got the picture just there. Then I'm going to File, Export. Actually, I might need to save it first, huh? Okay, so now I've exported that. I've got my image of my iPhone that I wanted. All thanks to Unsplash. Very good there, not sponsored. So in this elements here, maybe I'm going to make that a little bit bigger with a little bit more space. So I'm just going to go in there and add some more padding on the top and on the bottom. And then I'm just going to right click and duplicate. Then with this we can just copy over the elements to the other side, choose our image, then we can go to Finder, drag our iPhone in there, and then I'm going to just label it iPhone 12 Pro Max, copy and paste all of that for SEO, and as you can see now as we scroll down it's coming to there. So this is a MacBook Pro M1, or maybe it's just MacBook M1, and this is the the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and let's get some. I'm loading the wrong website. Come out of there. There we go. So iPhone 12 Pro. Grab some of that text there. Click into here. Paste. And then if we wanted to, we could go to line height. Make it a little bit better. So maybe 1.2. Do the same thing on this one, so it's consistent. 1.2. Supercharged by the non-headphone port. Perfect. Just quite convenient. And as you can see that our background is now, all consistent and fluid, and we've got our elements, and how incredible is that? It's, very simple, very easy to make, but there is obviously a little glitch where you can see that our iPhones and MacBooks are hitting a clip. Well, how we can get around that is by clicking on the iPhone, going into our motion effects, and on vertical scroll, you choose the top and the bottom. So you can make it so where it comes to the bottom, you can make it stop. So rather than making it hit that certain point, it's literally going to come down, and then it's going to stop in the place where you want it to stop. So if you wanted it to stop there at 50% of the viewport, and the same with this, edit this one, advanced, and go down into motion effects. We can then select the same thing around about there, and then it should just stop. So the hover animation is coming down, and then it's just going to stop. Now, as you can see, we did have overflow hidden on this, but I think for this one, I don't think we're going to need that. And the reason why is because what I want is obviously my iPhone to blend in and come down. But however, the iPhone here, as you can see, it's cropping there, which is what we wanted. Anyway, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed this little section of just a custom animation and how we can get creative with different cards and 3D elements, or animated elements with PNGs and things like that in our website for Elementor, with operating with the Apple website. Let's go and update, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.